I feel like the U.S. right now is in more of a position to need help than offer it. It seems like we still have massive shortages of testing and PPE.
Yeah.
Do you think that China has an opportunity to genuinely fill that vacuum?
I think that the United States, if we wanted to do more, we certainly could. You're right, Andrew, that today we lack tests. But in 6 months' time, 12 months' time, this debate is not going to be about medical supply chain. It's going to be about getting the global economy back moving. And a whole bunch of developing countries are going to desperately need aid. And we've got the deep pockets. So there will be a question of the IMF, the World Bank, others. Are the Americans going to step up with our allies? Because the Chinese are not going to do much. They're still a comparatively poor country. Where I think the Chinese have a real advantage is the fact that you and I are sitting here talking about this in the teeth of this crisis, and the Chinese economy is already restarted because they have a surveillance state. They have a technologically empowered authoritarian system, which has allowed them to quarantine people, to get 100% compliance, and to control the rebuilding of their supply chain, getting it up and running when the Americans and the Europeans are still shut down and deeply politically conflicted about how and when we will restart it. And I think that ability of the Chinese to show countries, maybe some countries that don't care quite as much about democracy, but really want to get their economies going, hey, look at what we're doing with technology. Look at what we're doing with surveillance. Look what we're doing with data. Wouldn't you like to have your economy rebuilt like that? And by the way, that'll also give you, the government, a lot more control of your population. They'll be much more quiescent. They'll be much more loyal. I worry that there are countries out there in Southeast Asia, in Sub-Saharan Africa, in East and Southern Europe, even in Latin America, that will find that model more appealing. America won't, Japan won't, Germany won't, but it's getting harder. When the average American doesn't believe in the American dream, and the average Chinese does believe in the Chinese dream, which is what Xi Jinping uses, right, when he tries to really gain patriotism in China, we've got a problem in convincing others around the world that you should follow us.